Hi, my name is Paige, and today I'm going to be talking about the tax structure in the United States. From the State of the Union address to various news articles, it's definitely a hot topic. I'm going to talk about common misconceptions about the structure and how it's actually set up and what can be done to improve it and the economy. So, the current complaint is that the rich and the 1% of society are not paying enough in taxes. In the State of the Union address, President Obama said that we're poised to spend nearly $1 trillion more on what was supposed to be a temporary tax break for the wealthiest 2% of Americans. In addition to that, he said because of loopholes and shelters in the tax code, a quarter of all millionaires pay lower tax rates than millions of middle-class Americans. President Obama furthered his point by bringing up Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett pays a tax rate of about 17.4%, while his secretary pays a tax rate of 35.8% of income. With this, Obama mentioned his new tax plan, which would incorporate a Buffett rule. This rule would be a minimum percentage figure on the amount of taxes the ultra-rich should pay. If you make more than $1 million a year, you would not pay less than 30% in taxes. And with that, if you make under $250,000 a year, like 98% of American families, your taxes shouldn't go up. The tax system is actually like this. A table reports that in 2007, the average income tax rate paid by the 1% was 18.8%, compared to the 4.2% for Americans in the broadly defined middle class from the 21st to 80th income percentiles. The poorest 20% on average paid a net negative income tax rate of 5.6%. For all federal taxes, CBO found that in 2007, the top 1% paid an average rate of a little under 30% compared to the 15.1% for middle income earners. The main point is that the average effective rate on the richest 1% is already twice as high as that of the middle class. When dealing with economics and politics, different sides have different opinions on the matter. Liberals look to increase taxes, especially on the rich, whereas conservatives look to cut taxes, especially on businesses that invest and hire. Liberals believe that higher taxes are necessary to address inequality in society, and taxes enable the government to create jobs and provide welfare programs. On the other hand, conservatives believe that lower taxes will create more incentive for people to work and save and invest their money. A group of sociologists say that inequality could actually be good for society. It is argued that the increased gap between the rich and the poor increase the incentives for competition and innovation in an economy. I believe that while the tax structure should be proportional to one's income and that the rich should pay higher taxes than the poor, I think the amount of taxes altogether should be cut. The consumption function really leans towards the notion that the MPC for the poor is about 1, whereas the MPC for the rich is about 0.2. Lowering taxes on the middle class would give them more disposable income, which would be influx into the economy and urge growth. Lowering taxes on the rich would enable them to put more money into savings and investment, and this would cause the benefits to eventually trickle down, and this is an example of supply-side economics. Instead of having the government continue to interfere in the economy, the market should be allowed to work and thrive on its own. This will happen when people have more disposable income to spend and stimulate the economy. But when the tax rates are lower, the rich actually have less incentive to seek tax shelters and more incentive to put their money to work in income-earning, revenue-producing ventures. So lowering the taxes altogether, I think, would actually stimulate the economy and help the economy a lot more than just raising the taxes on the rich.